parliamentary elections were held in Iraq on April 30, 2014. The elections decided the 328 members of the Council of Representatives who will in turn elect the Iraqi president and prime minister. Electoral system: the open list form of party list proportional representation, using the governorates as the constituencies, is the electoral system used. The counting system has been changed slightly from the largest remainder method to the modified St. Laguerre method due to a ruling by the Supreme Court of Iraq that the previous method discriminated against smaller parties. 7 compensatory seats that were awarded at the national level to those parties whose national share of the vote wasn't reflected in the seats won at the governorate level have been allocated to individual governorates. 8 seats remain reserved for minority groups at the national level, 5 for Assyrians and 1 each for Mandaeans, Yazidis, and Shabaks. Campaign: the campaign was expected to focus on competition within the 3 main religious and ethnic communities: Shiite Arabs, Sunni Arabs and Kurds. Shiite Arabs were split between the Prime Minister's State of Law Coalition, the Sadarist al-Arab Bloc, and the Islamic Supreme Council of Iraq-backed al-Muwatin Coalition. The former secular Sunni Iraqi coalition was split between Usama al-Najafi's Mutadoun Coalition for Reform, Iyad Alawi's al-Watna Coalition, and Sali al-Mulak's al-Arabiya Coalition. The 2 prominent Kurdish parties, Musa al-Battani's Kurdistan Democratic Party and Jalal Talabani's Patriotic Union of Kurdistan, were joined by a third Kurdish party, the Movement for Change headed by Noor Sherwan Mustafa. Iraq's Independent High Electoral Commission approved 276 political entities to run in the elections. Political entities appeared on the ballot as part of a coalition, and under the Constitution of Iraq the head of the largest coalition has the first call to become prime minister. However, in a precedent set following the 2010 election, a revised coalition can be formed following the election. This reduces the incentive for parties to form coalitions prior to the election. Seat allocation: prior to the elections, the parliament decided to expand from 325 to 328. As with the 2010 elections, 8 seats were reserved for ethnic and religious minorities. Unlike previous elections, there were no compensatory seats. Reserved seats that previously favorited big-time parties. Conduct: as members of the security forces voted on Monday 28 April, 6 different polling stations were hit by suicide bombers, leading to at least 27 deaths. Insurgent group Islamic State of Iraq and Syria has threatened violence against Sunni Muslims who vote in the election. Results: national results: the IHEC confirmed the results on May 25. The official number of seats is as follows. Results by governorate: Al-Abbar Governorate, Arbil Governorate, Babel Governorate, Baghdad Governorate, Basra Governorate, Dar-Quwaya Governorate, Dilla Governorate, Dohuk Governorate, Karbala Governorate, Kirkuk Governorate, Maysan Governorate, Muthanna Governorate, Najaf Governorate, Nineveh Governorate, Al-Quaidisiyah Governorate, Saladin Governorate, Sulaymaniyah Governorate, Wasit Governorate. Candidate votes: government formation. The first sitting of the new parliament on July 1 ended after Kurdish and Sunni Arab MPs boycotted the session and caused its adjournment because of a lack of a quorum. The next sitting on July 13 to choose a president, prime minister and speaker brought about a consensus for the post of speaker after MP Mohammed al-Karbali announced that Salim al-Jabari was the candidate. The government formation was also affected by most international, and some domestic, calls to replace the al-Maliki amidst the 2014 northern Iraq offensive, while Kurdish control of some northern areas during the fighting and a promise for an Iraqi Kurdish independence referendum, 2014 led to rifts with the central government. References